I'm Jaclyn Johnson.
And I'm Marina Middleton.
And this is WorkParty, a podcast that's part work and part party. WorkParty celebrates a new generation of women who are redefining the meaning of work on their own terms and having fun while doing it.
In this podcast, we are diving into all the areas of being a working woman: mind, body, and business. No topic is off limit.
Real talk and hot takes. Think of us as your internet work wives. This is WorkParty,
the podcast.
Wait, where's the champagne? Welcome to another episode of WorkParty. We are live in New York City and we are doing our monthly catch-up, girl. What's good?
Oh my God. So much has happened in your life. Nothing has changed in my life since the last episode.
No, I feel like a lot has changed.
I mean, but seriously, like some big milestones that you've hit. Catch us up.
Yeah. So, okay, turned 40.
Cute.
House is in escrow, knock on wood, in Los Angeles. So I'm officially done with my LA era. 20 years.
I was just going to say, okay, so 20 years. So if you haven't read the book WorkParty, I know everything pre-meeting you from that book, but you graduated from NYU, moved to LA, and literally have been there ever since.
Yeah.
Crazy. So selling your place in LA it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I know, it's weird. So I'm in New York City right now. So I think I talked about this on my Instagram stories. I think on one of the episodes that we did where I was basically like, I'm turning 40. I'm doing the same things I was doing, 10 like when I was still married 10 years ago, like going to the same Pilates studio, living in, again, great. I have my friends, I have my restaurants, I have my takeout spots, like dialed. And then Napa was kind of the new, which was nice. And like, obviously a very peaceful Zen moment. But I was like, I just think I'm ready for something else. And I don't know what that is, to be honest. But I know nothing changes if nothing changes. So I knew I had to make these big changes. So I'm spending a month in New York City to see if I like it. And we are 14 days in. Officially 2 weeks.
So cool.
And I guess I would say this is what I've noticed. This is like my hot take on the New York scene. One is like, especially if you're single, I guess is like one way to put it.
Wait, before you dive into that, I do want to call out, and something that I'm inspired by you for doing is this wasn't like a midlife crisis. Oh my God, I'm going to leave out. It was so cool to just be like, I've done all I want to do in LA and I'm ready for this new chapter and I'm just going to like see how it goes. And there was so much uncertainty and you were just like, I'm going to do it anyway. Like maybe I'll sell the house. Maybe I won't. I'm going to go to New York. Maybe I'll, like it. Maybe I won't. And you're just like doing it. And I think that is so just admirable. And I think it's really cool to kind of see you thrive in this new season.
Thank you. Yeah, I think people forget, like, you are the main character of your life. Like, you write the story, you produce it, you direct it. Like, so you have to, if the plot is getting boring, you have to shake it up. And I think I'm very blessed to have, I don't have kids. I don't have things. I don't have, again, back in the day, an office space. There was like things that like just were always holding me back where I was like, I can't move because of this. I can't do that because of this. I can't completely uproot and change my life because of this. But now I'm in a season where I'm like, oh, I can do that, and what does that actually look like and feel like? And there's definitely been moments, and I'll be totally honest, where I've been stressed, living out of suitcases, selling the house, putting yourself in storage. It's all very stressful and feels unsettling, especially as someone who like thrives in a routine.
Yeah.
But being in New York for the last few weeks, it's like, I think being able to just interact with people on the daily, like at 4 p.m. on a Saturday, Mamrie was in town and we were walking around Brooklyn, and I was like, let's just go walk in and get a drink somewhere. 4 o'clock in Los Angeles, you walk in to get a drink, you were the only person there. They're like annoyed that you're there. They're like, okay, great, come on in. Packed. Every place was packed. We had to go to 3 different places to even find a seat somewhere. And I was like, oh, energy. Like, I feel alive. Like, I am in the mix. Like, there's just so much energy here, which I feel like I was kind of depleted from being in Los Angeles and Napa, like intentionally. Like, you want that alone time, that like nice kind of getaway where you feel like you can be re-inspired. But like having too much alone time, as a single person, it's like you need to feel alive and in the mix. And so I've really been enjoying it. TBD on what happens next. But I think like it's been really eye-opening, and I do feel like I feel like I'm stepping into an old version of myself that was so social, that likes being out. Like, I typically am caught up on every single TV show on Netflix. Like, I am caught up. I'm like, yep, seen it, done it. And here I'm like, I don't even know what's on Netflix because I'm so booked and busy.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
out.
even know where the remote is.
Where's the remote? I don't know. What's the past?
I love that.
But it's different, yeah.
Yeah, and again, like just going out, meeting people, recording in the city, like just life is so busy right now for you, and I love that. And I think even you calling out like, okay, I don't have kids or I don't have an office or anything. They're not like, oh, I don't have kids. Oh, I don't have an office. It's like all opportunities. And I love, love, love your perspective. And so, but yeah, you touched on it. You turned 40. So that's obviously a big milestone. How are you feeling about it? I know you have a big trip coming up.
Yeah. So celebrating in Europe, I'm taking my mom. My mom's never been out of the country. She's 75, taking her to Italy.
Your mom's 75?
Yeah.
She looks like a baby.
She's a little baby.
God.
We all
Joanne, what
gorgeous.
skincare, girl?
No, she's doing chemical peels.
Perfect.
Like, yeah. She's doing straight chemical. Like when we were growing up, I was like, like would see her with her face,
no,
like her
crazy.
skin literally peeling off. It works.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
No, she's beautiful, beautiful mom. But yeah, super excited about that. Like once in a lifetime trip. So I'm really blowing it out of the water. But yeah, being 40 is interesting. I think like obviously from like a career perspective, I would say I'm very successful for being 40. I think from a life perspective, it's like I think I've built a really great life. I have great friends. I take advantage of, any opportunity to like go do stuff and be in the world and be in the mix and like all those things. I like to think I give back and mentor a lot of people along the way. And I'm really proud of the person I've become. I think obviously, there are parts of my life I wish were a little different and like would change. And, motherhood is something that always like looms. And, I'm talked about this, but I'm like freezing my eggs if I have any left. We'll find out. I mean, you never know, girl. They're like, you're literally 85 years old. But no, but we'll see. Yeah. Like, so I'm doing a lot of the things that I didn't do because I was so busy building my career, I think. Yeah. So and like, but being here in New York and being 40, I don't know. I think it's really empowering. Like, I've never felt better. I've never looked better according to multiple people.
Truly. Facts, objectively. No, it's interesting because, everybody, I felt like and correct me if I'm wrong, but in my 20s, I felt like I needed to have it all figured out. And I made a whole lot of mistakes. I learned a lot about myself. Obviously, like 3 years into my 20s, I got pregnant. So I was like, okay, well, it changes. Changes things up a bit. But then I hit 30 and I'm like, oh, I'm thriving. Like I remember like talking to my girlfriend being like, we're adults. We're adults. Like we get to make the decisions. Like we get to walk in and be like, this is what I want. And, I just feel like thriving in your 30s is like when you're figuring it out. But watching you even in your 40s or just turned 40, you're barely 40. But like, I just feel like it's cool to continue seeing people like evolve, and it then affirms me that in my 20s I did not need to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
definitely
you're
not.
never like you never kind of like have it figured out. And I think that's the one thing that I wish I heard when I was younger is like you're continuing to evolve, you're continuing to like decide what you like and decide what you don't like. And you get to change your mind and you get to move and you get to sell your house and you get to fucking start over. Like I love that.
Yeah, I think 20s is like you're planting the seeds. You're planting all the little seeds. 30 is you're growing the flowers. Or 40s is you're picking the flowers and smelling them. Like that's kind of how I'm thinking about it.
And then 50 the flowers die.
50 yeah. 50 the flowers are dead. I mean, no, 50 you have a bouquet. 60 you have, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't go that far in the metaphor, but whatever. But like I think that's the truth. It's like you kind of sit back and are able to enjoy the flowers. You feel confident, you know exactly what you're talking about, but like you have to get the experience to get the confidence. And we talked about this. Like you have to get the experience to get the accolades. You have to do the thing to get to the place. And like I think a lot of people think they can skip the steps and get there. You can't.
Totally. And when Jaclyn was saying we talked about it, it's like first year of Create and Cultivate, I was like, well, why am I not recognized for this? I'm working so hard. And she was like, bitch, you've done nothing. It's been a single month. It's been literally and I'm just like, but they don't recognize me. Like they don't like acknowledge how hard I'm working. And now it's just like, a year and a half in, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You're doing it. That's because
anyone knows me. I'm working, I'm building. But it's like, I like that you said that. It's like it takes time, it takes the work for it to pay off. I love it. I think the only thing from our last catch up that's changed is we bought a house, which is really exciting. We definitely bought our dream house and we're very fortunate about that because I think the house market is really terrible and it's hard to buy. And so I think growing up, Matt and I had like literally nothing. My parents couldn't buy a house for a very long time. And so it's just like a really amazing milestone for us. But it also affirms like, oh, we're just getting started. You know, it's like we're just
you're building. It's exciting. Like these are huge milestones, and you're in your interior design phase. So tell us about your interior design. Well, how would you describe your interior design?
No, honestly,
organic.
I've used words that I'm like organic, modern, contemporary, Russian.
You're all over the place.
I'm just like, I don't know. I like marble and I like wood and I don't like color. And like then I do like a little color. And then it's
then you're like, I want this color wall.
Yeah,
it's like a mess.
Decision fatigue is very hard. I also will tell you. So we went to Ann Moore in Vegas, and I've also been to Jaclyn's house, and Jaclyn's house is gorgeous. Like she just has random shit that I'm like, wow, those things to put together are beautiful. I'm like this layered rug with a table, and it's just like the coolest thing. Anyways, I haven't experienced homes like that, and I haven't experienced decors like that. And I think coming from New England, it's a very like New England style home. Yeah. So you go to Jordan's Furniture, you go to Bob's Furniture, you just go to your standard stores and you find all of the standard things that are beautiful. But I was just like, I didn't want that. And so going to those like furniture places with you and showrooms, I mean, my mind was blown. And Jaclyn was like, what about this? And I was like, I've never even seen a shape of a couch like that before. Like that is the coolest thing. And so it's just a new stage. I will tell you the reason why I'm so excited about this is it's given me something outside of work and Sebastian Sports to like pour back into, you know what I mean? I'm like Saturday and Sunday, I would normally open up my computer and just work from the morning until like we have a little break for Seb, and then I'll work at night. And although I still do work, it's like part of that. I'm like, I'm going to find a couch today. Like and I like, it's fun because it's
creative outlet.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just don't have a creative outlet
anymore.
Like I just do not have the time to be creative. And so I've been loving that.
No, I think that's really nice to have like a little bit of something that can distract you. It's funny, like that's what Noah was for me, like my dog. Everyone was like, I'm so happy you have something else to focus on besides work. And I was like, no, truly, I can be a monster when I'm just like focused on the bottom
and it's
line.
Also it's like, and my poor team, like Saturday or it's like 10 p.m. and I'm sleeping and I wake up and I'm like, oh, like I have to send this in Slack because it's all I'm thinking about, and it's just like sometimes you not even sometimes you need a different outlet, whether it's working out, whether it's furniture, maybe it's painting, maybe like you just need something to pour back into.
I love that. I think also, we've been working really hard in the festival. We announced Sierra, which is crazy. So you're interviewing Sierra. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing. And the fact that like everyone's freaking out about me being the moderator, and
it's been going viral.
This is the headlines. No, I am really excited. I think that building the world's largest festival, being able to say women. That for women. No, seriously, the world's largest festival for women in business is like the coolest thing because there are so many pieces that go into it, from figuring out the talent to figuring, like we think about every experience from the second someone gets their ticket to then when they walk in. It's just like really cool to see it come to life. And I really love how we've kind of divided and conquered, and like you focusing on the creative and the experience and making sure that every single aspect of it like is cohesive. It's cool to be able to see you thrive in that space. You know what I mean? Because I don't know that side of you until Create and Cultivate,
Yeah. No, and I think like for those of you who've been to a Create and Cultivate event, I would say like this is wildly different. We have 4 different areas of programming, one being our main stage in partnership with Chase. We're so excited, and it's going to be all things business, venture, marketing, everything related to growing a business and getting out there. We have our creator compound. So content creation, influencers, podcasters, you name it. Test Kitchen, which I'm personally very excited about. Test Kitchen is really going to be the best women in food and bev, like sampling, doing showcasing. And that is for our VIP guests only. And then obviously your favorite, Center Court, all things sports, health, wellness, fitness. So it is a monster floor plan, massive stages. We also are launching Connect
Yeah, so we have our Connect, and just to touch on the stages, in Test Kitchen, Sierra's doing a mixology class.
Girl,
we
I'm
have
in.
dumpling making classes. We have like, it's just really cool to see the experiences that we have for attendees. But yeah, so Connect is, it's like my little baby.
It is your baby.
It is my baby, and I'm just really excited about it. If you know me, you know I'm like an introverted extrovert, but like nobody goes to an event and wants to meet 2,000 people. That actually sounds like hell for me, and so thinking how we can improve networking and improve events in general for both all the attendees and also all the brands in person, we're like, okay, let's create this program. It's our data enabled AI program, and it's a matchmaking program. And so every time an attendee buys a ticket, they create their profile and they pick 3 categories from it, or they pick from 3 sections. It's their category, their interest within that category, and then their intent. It could literally be about fundraising. It could be talking about motherhood. It could be talking about different tools and data and like whatever it is that you're interested in. We have so many categories to pick from. But then they pick their interest and then their intent, and then our algorithm will match them with the right people that they need to meet. And it's like the coolest thing. So we'll end up doing 15-minute one-on-one meetings. And so when you think about it, you are guaranteed to walk away with 16 really good connections that are intentional. That's like, for me, I just think like early stage in my career, as I was growing in my career, early stage entrepreneurship. Now I'm like, oh, I know I need to meet these people, and you set up meeting, it's double opt-in, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
so I'm
built-in
very excited.
networking is huge. I think that's something that's so important. I mean, one of the things that we've done that's been so successful is our supper club series. So we've been doing supper clubs all over the country. We'll have one leading up to festival in Los Angeles, and these are 75-person dinners. But there's an hour set aside at the beginning of really strategic networking. I won't give away too much, but it's really, really fun. And you basically have to meet people, get outside your comfort zone, have those conversations, and that leads into dinner where you get to meet more people based on who you're sitting around and have more conversations. So again, you walk away from supper club with multiple connections, obviously a delicious meal. We're actually, our theme for supper club in LA, which I'm so excited, very on trend, buttery yellow. Can't wait. I got to find my outfit. We got to do the thing. Yeah, it's going to be great.
So good. I think also, what we're doing for Create and Cultivate is just changing the way people do events and the way people experience events. And we do it where we have the large scale events and you get the festival and you hear the musical performer and, you're having so much fun, but you're also learning and you're also getting your hair done and your makeup done. And then you're also connecting and leaving and growing and nurturing like yourself, both personally and professionally. Then you have the options of doing the retreats and the supper club. It's just really cool to see how we have different experiences for different types of people. So I'm really excited. I think that was like the biggest new thing that we have going on for the business.
Yeah. So personal, professional, we are thriving.
We're thriving.
We're trying to thrive.
Yeah. I also am in my theme. I have like insight timer. Do you have that? You're not there. This is not your alley. So here's the thing. We have insight timer and I have insight timer, and it's really cool because if you're listening to it, you probably know what it is. No, but if you don't, it's kind of like the Calm app. It's like, it's music and meditation options, like all that shit. But one of the things that I really like about it is that this is a new feature. It asks you to set your intention for the day, every day. You hate that. I love it. I'm like, intention? Okay, what is my intention today? But I really want to be more curious. And I want to challenge the people that are listening to like think of what your intention is. It doesn't have to change every single day, but like right now I'm in my curious era. Like rather than being in my fucking frantic, stressed out, burnt out era, like I want to be curious. And why I'm choosing the word curious, because it's like, okay, well, what if this doesn't work out? I am not upset. I'm not stressed. I'm curious to figure out what the next thing is. I wonder how this conversation can go better. I wonder how we can do things differently. I wonder how I can lead better. Like, I just want to like wonder and be curious and like, and not so frantic, you know?
I'm in my say yes and not be disappointed era. Like, I think I've just been like I get very disappointed very easily because I have very high expectations for everything. And so now I'm just like, oh yeah, like, I'm not disappointed. That was fun. That was an experience, like trying to enjoy it.
I love it.
But yay.
Look at us thriving, girl.
Girl. All right. Well, be sure to check out createcultivate.com. Get your festival tickets. We are selling out quickly, as well as Supper Club. And thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about the festival, I'm not sure if it is for you, seriously, DM me. Like, I'm happy to talk through it. It is going to be the most iconic event for women and the business landscape. So we'll see you in LA. Toodles.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Work Party. If you like what you heard, follow, leave a review, rate the pod, or slide into our DMs.
Check out the different ways you can create and cultivate on our website, createcultivate.com. From retreats and masterminds to our summits and festival.
We have different experiences to support you through your entrepreneurial journey from launch
to legacy.
Follow us at Create Cultivate on all platforms, and don't forget, work hard.
Party on.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.